These are the plaintiffs, Brian and Rebecca Pincus. Brian says they rented an apartment from the defendant, but they were never told she had a dog. That dog was a big German shepherd who was a menace to society, who jumped his mother-in-law. They told the defendant they didn't feel safe there any longer, felt threatened, and wanted to leave. Now the woman won't return their security. They feel they have an airtight case. That's why they're suing for the $1,000 they're owed. This is the defendant, Marie. She says the plaintiff simply broke their lease because they wanted to move out and are using her dog as an excuse. Besides, they left the apartment a filthy mess. They skipped out on a lease, and she's pretty darn sure she owes them nothing. She's accused of having a big old junkyard dog.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Brian and Rebecca Pincus, you are suing Marie, your former landlord. You've asked us not to mention your last name, for $1,000, a balance of a security deposit that you believe you are owed, and she has not paid you. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so we moved into the apartment August 17th of 2013. Everything was good. We were told about the dog, that she had a German Shepherd, did not meet him.
Okay, so you live upstairs, they live downstairs, or is it a basement, or
yes.
what?
Basement apartment.
All right, so you live on the first floor?
Yes.
All right, and then to get to your place, do you have to go by the dog?
Yes, we walk in from the driveway to the backyard gate, and then there's a little walkway about 10, 12 feet to another gate that we have of our own into the basement.
All right, and so from gate to gate, you're exposed to the dog?
Yes.
Because the dog is in the backyard?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So we were living there for 2 months, tried to appease the dog, give him dog treats. I did let Marie know of the situation.
What situation?
The dog was very aggressive towards us. He just wasn't friendly. I knew maybe a couple, months it would take to get used to, but he wasn't coming in terms. So
What was it doing?
it was jumping, lunging at me, very aggressively barking. I just felt fear for my safety.
Yeah, but I need to know why you felt the fear. What was the dog doing? Barking at you?
Yes, coming towards me. I could walk to my door, but I wasn't feeling safe.
Right, but what was the dog doing? I've heard about your feelings quite a few times now. What I want are the facts. What was the dog doing?
He was barking, aggressively lunging towards me. He was
Tell me
being
what the
very
lunging
protective.
looked like. What do you mean?
A German Shepherd just being very protective.
Right, doing its job.
Doing its
really.
job, yes. Nothing against the dog itself. So.
No, right. But did it ever? When you say jumping on you, like
a couple of times it did lunge towards me, and I backed away a little bit.
Okay.
But nothing.
Did the dog ever make contact with you?
A couple of times. Nothing that I
How?
had to go to the doctor or anything for.
No, but how did it touch you?
Head, a couple of paws. It did lunge at my mother-in-law. I wasn't there at the time, but
Is your mother-in-law nice?
to me, yes.
That's an easy question.
All right. Okay. So you tell her, had you been alerting her to the problem all along?
Yes, and she was working with us as good as she could with the schedule of if the dog was outside, she would let him in when he was barking. But it wasn't always working out with our schedules. I would come home late at night, the dog would be there.
Well, you shouldn't have to tell your landlord every time you come home either. You
Yeah.
should
No,
really
and I
just
didn't
come
want to
home.
make that inconvenient for her either.
Right. All right. So now, at some point you inform her, I can't continue to live like this.
Yes, in October, when we did pay our lease, I asked her if I gave her a couple of suggestions maybe, like have another gate where it's totally separate from the yard so I don't have to worry about the dog, or a long extended leash. But it wasn't working out, so I said, do you mind then us leaving? I mean, that would probably be the best bet. She agreed. We paid her a month's lease. We told her about a month we'd be out. And I've had
Your lease goes from when to when?
It was August 17th, 2013 to
So
August.
you pay your rent on the 17th every month?
Yes.
All right. So you paid October 17th to November 17th?
Yes, that was the time.
Okay. And there's no dispute that they paid October 17th to November 17th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there is a dispute? Or
No, they paid it.
Got it.
but-
Okay. All right. So then on November 17th, were you out?
No, we had one more week when I was signing into my new apartment,
Oh,
moving
excuse
out.
me.
Wait, hold on. It'll be your turn in a minute.
So November 17th was when our next month's rent was due.
Right.
I did tell her on the 23rd that a week later that we would be moving out and I would be able to pay a prorate. And that's why I'm only asking for the $1,000 of security and the $250.
Well, you didn't pay anything. You were telling her to take it out of the security deposit.
She wanted us to.
Yes or no? Did you pay anything on November 17th?
No.
Okay, but you're not supposed to live out security deposit. People do it, but it's not what security deposit is for. Because if you live out your security deposit, what's the landlord supposed? They have no deposit. That was the purpose of a deposit. So it's inappropriate for you to do that. If you think you're going to stay an extra week and she agrees to let you stay an extra week, then you pay the week. But in any event, you know, I presume that was not agreeable to you.
I didn't know they were even leaving.
You didn't know they were leaving at all?
No, what happened was when they paid on October 17th, we both agreed it just wasn't really working. So I said, listen, you're in a year contract. This is
Why wasn't it working from your perspective? Same thing?
The complaining and whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just too much. So I said, listen, this is what we could do. I'll be fair. I'll get you out of your lease. And what we'll do is I'll start showing the apartment from October 17th. As soon as I find a tenant, I will then tell you, you have a month now. You can find a place. You have a month to get out. So it'll go for one more month after that. This way it overlaps. You have enough time to find a place, enough time to pack up.
What was the complaining? What would they say to you?
The dog. The dog was bothering them. I was out a lot of hours. She wanted to know where I was all the time. It's silly things.
Well, I mean, if she wants to know where you are, it's probably not because
it's
she's
just
keeping
silly
tabs on you. It's
things.
probably because she wants to get in the house.
Well, no, I don't think so. It was like 10:30 at night. The dog is in usually, but you know, it was just a
Did
lot
you ever
with the
want to
dog.
know where she was?
I texted her, like, you know, asking her, is the dog inside? One time I came home at like 2 in the morning, he was still outside. She never let him in. And they were home. I saw 2 cars in the driveway and they were home. So she did know that the dog was outside and we were going to come home eventually. But
Right.
why is he still outside at 2 in the morning is what I want to know. Like,
So what'd you do that day?
Well, we went into our home.
We tried,
we didn't get attacked by the dog. But
I understand.
yeah.
I understand.
It
It's
was
not
just-
a situation where you got attacked and that's why you want out. It's a situation where you feel like you're going to get attacked and that's
Right,
you'd
yeah.
like to not get attacked and you
Yeah.
want out. Okay, so you find out for the first time that they're going to move on the 17th.
November 18th. The 17th rent was due. I texted him. He said it was at church. I said, okay. On the 18th, I texted him and said, rent is due. He said, go see Rebecca. She's home.
Okay.
I said, okay. So I went down to go see her, and she said, we're not paying you. And I said, what do you mean? She says, well, we're moving out. I said, when? The 23rd. And I said, but wait, we had a verbal agreement. I thought I was doing the right thing. As soon as I find a tenant, I did not find a tenant yet. Then I would give you the month notice. So she goes, so I
Okay,
said,
here's the deal, though. In the eyes of the law, if it is uninhabitable for them because they can't get into their apartment without a German Shepherd lunging towards them, then they have a right to break the lease with no notice to you.
he's a puppy. I mean, he's 2. Does he jump? Yeah. Does he bark? Yeah,
Right, and
I'm
let me
not
tell you something.
denying
I have
that.
a dog
Absolutely.
that barks like it's going to rip your lungs out of you. And then when the burglar will walk in, my dog will lick the
him.
burglar to
Right.
death. But I am aware.
And they met the dog prior to coming into the
I
apartment.
understand, but listen to me. That doesn't mean that people don't feel threatened, fearful, and that's not something they sign up for when
Okay,
they sign up
that's
to
fine.
rent your place. So if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Sure.
It's not like, you have rats in your place, but it's just as,
Right, okay.
it's just as untenable for them. So I find that makes that place uninhabitable for them. There's no question, they're not like trying to skeeve out of your lease and then made up the dog thing. You yourself admitted it was a problem all the way along. They were alerting you to it. The dog is like, would they have to wait until they have their face bit off? They don't. A dog's a dog. A dog is an animal. Sure. They're trained to protect their turf. The dog is doing her job. The dog's not the problem.
So, but on the 18th,
You are the problem. So if you want to rent out something to someone, you have to have your dog inside, or you have to have your dog on a long leash, or you have to build another little fence, or you have to have people who don't care. But if you have people who care, it is a legitimate care on their part. And so notice is not an issue. Now, the real question then becomes for me, now that I've ruled that, is November 17th rent through November 23rd, and what condition did they leave the place in?
I said to them on the 18th, okay, pay me the rent, pay me the month's rent. We will have an agreement. We'll make I will write it down that we will prorate it for the time you leave. And she said, no, use my security. And I said, well,
right.
you don't
and she's
use
not allowed
the
to do
security.
that. But now
Right.
my job is just to figure out the math because what's
Sure.
done is done. So you are laying claim to part of the security deposit because according to you, they left the place a mess.
It was dirty. I had to get a
tell me
cleaning
about
service.
that.
I had to get a cleaning service in. I had to get a rug company in to clean it. It was filthy. It was just.
Okay, do you have pictures?
I don't. We emailed it, but it didn't come through. I mean, I tried.
Well, you have the pictures, but you didn't bring them to court?
I don't have them. I apologize. But the place
Did
was
you
dirty.
ever have them? Because
Yes, I did. Absolutely
somebody
did.
who goes to the effort of
absolutely did.
of taking the pictures and having the evidence and then doesn't bring them in?
The place was never cleaned, never dusted.
I
The
don't
bathroom
take your
was
word
gross.
for it. I need proof if you want to take their money for it, because most landlords will do some good cleaning, in between the tenants. That's how you should do it. But that doesn't mean that they always have to pay for it unless they left it in a condition that was unacceptable. So I have to see the part about the unacceptable. Yes, sir.
She sent me text messages saying that the house, the apartment was a mess, had to get a cleaning service. And I was thinking, how can you get a cleaning service in if we moved out Saturday and it's Monday
Do
afternoon?
you have the receipt for the cleaning service?
I do. Do you want the carpet cleaning receipt also?
Yeah, give me both. Did you take pictures when you left?
Yes.
What she fails to mention is the carpet was filthy when we moved in. And I told her, I was like, we really need to get these carpets cleaned.
Do you have that in writing anywhere that you told her that?
No.
That would be good, right?
It would have been good, yeah.
Right. Do you have any pictures of how you moved? Did you take pictures when you moved in?
We did, yeah.
And when you moved out?
Yeah, I took before and after.
You took pictures when you moved in and when you moved out?
Yeah,
All right,
of the carpet. Like I took a picture of like the living room and the bedroom.
Let me see your pictures.
Okay, so.
Do me a favor. Come here with the computer.
Can I show it to you on my camera instead of doing this, or
Why
is
on
that
your?
better? 'Cause
You
it-
could.
Yeah, because it has better, like, it has a timestamp on it, because I don't know where the timestamp is on this, so.
Well, no. I want it on the computer.
You do?
Bring it over here. Because now you're making me nervous. So I want to see the dates. I don't know if, since it's digital, it gives me a date that can't be altered, because of course cameras give you a date that can be altered unless you know what you're doing. This is November 22nd, 2012.
Yeah, the year was wrong.
On what? On your camera?
On my camera, yeah. It didn't have the right year.
She wasn't anywhere near the apartment on November 22nd, 2012, right? Okay, so that's probably correct.
Yeah, I don't know what my camera did, but I was like, oh crap, and then I saw like the date.
And the tiles were changed while they lived there. They told me about the tiles, and I changed the ceiling tiles.
Not all of them. You
Okay,
only
hold on
did
one
the
second. Hold on one second. Don't talk to each other. Your complaints are the rug and that the place was filthy. You have no pictures. You have a receipt for the rug, and you have a $375 receipt for cleaning a two-bedroom
They
apartment.
brought 3 people in to clean it. That's what they charged me.
Do you have a canceled check for paying them?
I paid cash on both.
You can see the carpet looks, fine.
But this is when you left.
Yes, this is when we left.
I could see the carpet needs a cleaning. I mean, what? It's got like one of those dark lines going across it, and the edges. I mean, fine is a relative term, unless these pictures don't really take a picture of the carpet. How long were you guys there?
3 months.
Did you have pets?
No, not there.
This is when you left. Show me the pictures of when you moved in.
And while they were in there, the rug was cleaned.
Do you have a proof of that?
I don't, but they know it was cleaned. I mean, it was...
Why did it need to be
looked
cleaned
different.
after they were in there? Were they complaining about how
Because
it
they-
looked when you gave it to them?
No, the problem was when they moved in, the people before them moved out that same day. And I said,
Right.
usually I take a week before, so this way I can clean the place for you. They wanted in that night.
This
So I said, I'll clean it after
was
you moved
August.
in. That was the only thing I could do
That's
for
when we
them,
moved in.
trying to
That's
make
what
them
it looked
happy.
like. I tried to get as good a shots as I could. The lighting wasn't very good.
It's the same shot, Sonny. What's that?
It's a sink. I don't know. That's what the stove looked like when we moved in.
But I
too.
cleaned it that
What's
night
this
for
one?
you.
Can you just
I'm
stop and
sorry.
let me do my job? It's uncanny how you show me pictures from November 22nd that have the exact same crumbs as pictures that you label August 16th. How do you manage to get the crumbs in the exact same spot?
Which picture is that?
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it really, really irks me when people think I'm stupid. You didn't even have to do that to win your case. It's disgusting. Get back over there. You too.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So can this guy break the lease, get his deposit back because she won't contain the German Shepherd?
Absolutely. When you sign a lease, you are signing up to be safe, be happy, and enjoy what you're paying for. So I believe absolutely should be able to break the lease.
Fair enough. What do you think?
I believe so, sir.
Because?
Can't really explain, sir.
Okay. What do you think?
Oh my God, I was just running here.
What do you think? I mean, somebody.
I think he should be able to. I mean, what if he was allergic to dogs?
Well, but it's not even allergic to dogs. It's the ominous German Shepherd that is jumping on him every time he goes to his apartment.
Or if they're just scared of dogs, too.
That's fair enough. Break the lease?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Did you change a date on the pictures in order to create evidence for my courtroom?
No.
Did you?
I don't.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Excuse me?
no.
Did you have somebody else do it?
I don't. It's
Yes
hard-
or no? Did you have somebody else do it?
No.
How on earth can the crumbs be in the exact same location on the 16th of August as they were on the 22nd of November? It's the same pictures.
We cooked in it. I don't know. Like
I do not know how that.
Peculiar, right?
But the stove, like you see, like over there, like that wasn't the same way how it was when we first moved in.
I don't know what you're talking
dirtier.
about. That's the same picture with the same crumbs at the same distance with the same exact number. See, I have a very trained eye. I've been doing this stuff for 30 years, okay? I've been in courtrooms for 30 years, so I know what I'm looking for. I suspect everyone all the time. It is my nature. It is my job. You want me to be suspicious of what she says and not take her at face value, right? So when she tells me I paid cash, and and I had to pay $400, and yeah, I know, it seems like a lot. Yeah, we pay a lot in my area. You don't want me to take her at face value. You want me to be critical of it and suspicious and have an eye. Well, I do the same on your side. And I think that to make your case better, this is what you do, which is ironically unnecessary, but really irks the judge.
I swear, I did not change the date on that picture.
Somebody changed the date on that picture, honey. Okay? Because the crumbs are not going to be in the exact same spot. Based on the cleaning that I think is necessary on your own pictures, and based on the damages that I see there on your own pictures, I am going to allow her to keep $200 of the security deposit for that, plus $250 for the rent, for a total of $450 to be deducted from the $1,250. How much was the security deposit that you had?
$1,250.
From the $1,250 security deposit, which means that you need to return $800 to the plaintiff. That's my judgment, okay?
Both sides along, please.
So the plaintiff does get back, not everything they sued for. What's your reaction to the judge's verdict here?
It is what it is.
All right, thanks
you.
a lot. All right, so come on in here. How do you feel coming out?
I feel pretty pleased of the.
About getting busted?
We didn't change anything on those pictures, that's for sure.
What's your explanation?
I think she was very fair in like the judgment, but yeah.
What's your explanation about the pictures?
Oh, I did not change the date. I swear on that. It was the same from August down.
Same picture?
No, it was this. It was different. Like it was different because my camera changed the year on it. That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm. Didn't change the crumbs though.
No, but I used it, so of course there's going to be crumbs in a stove.
Okay. Harvey?
You know, there's an implied term in every lease. It's called a warranty of habitability, which means you have a right to be safe and healthy when you live in the apartment. In this case, I gotta say, if there's an ominous dog in the courtyard and you have to walk by that courtyard every time and the landlord won't contain the dog, I think it's a breach of that warranty. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.